So here we are, and it's not long until we go into lockdown round 2. And I don't know if any of you have been thinking, oh no, not again. I'd like you to start this session by just lying on your backs, okay? So you know how we sometimes butterfly our legs outwards. If you lie with your feet, to get soles of your feet together, and your knees can splay out either side, and then just gently lower your back down onto the earth. And you can place your palms on your chest and your belly, because there is a really nice sensory places for your breath. If your knees don't enjoy this, your hips are too tight for this at this point in the session, you can always have your knees up to the sky. But just see if you can make sure that your tailbone grounds into the earth. And I just want you, if you can, to, you can have your eyes open or closed. Just spend a moment to recognize how you feel about the concept of lockdown 2. So this is a different version of something that we have had before. And so the temptation is to immediately trigger our past responses. And I'd like you to take a moment just to scan through yourselves. Honestly, there's no report taking at the end of this, there won't be any submissions, just honestly checking in with how you feel and where you feel your responses to this announcement. These responses that you feel are past impressions, okay? So they are built on what has gone before. And today's session, what we're going to try and do is crack through these past impressions, that sort of shell that we put around ourselves, so that we can approach this with a freshness of mind, an awareness and a mindfulness, without this shadow of what has been before. So to do that, to begin with, let's just start to mobilize through the body. Now we're on our backs, and it's a nice place to start to mobilize the hips. So if you draw the feet up towards the chest, and then let your palms come inside the knees, take a hold of the outer edges of the feet. Then your elbows come outside, and you're coming into a happy baby pose. But this is quite an active one, so I'd like you to think about pushing with your palms into your soles as if you're going to drill your knees down into the earth, either side of your torso. So then you're pushing down with your palms, but your soles, I want you to resist that push. So you're meeting this, you're meeting yourselves, you're meeting resistance. Feel what that's like. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'd like you to ease off with that resistance and become a little bit softer. So perhaps take the happy baby pose and just wobble side to side. So now you feel a different sort of response. You feel playfulness and curiosity. And perhaps you want to move your legs, maybe straighten one and then the other, in a way that feels like you're waking up through your lower spine and your lower limbs as well, maybe even your arms as they get involved with the extending and the compressing motion. Then I'd like you to extend your left leg out on the mat in front of you and draw your right knee, interlace the fingers over the right knee, draw the right knee towards the armpit, and then just start to draw some circles with the foot there. So maybe 3 circles one way and 3 the other. So you're cracking through the layers of stiffness. When was the last time that you really focused on oiling the joints, opening up these areas? Take a nice deep breath in, activate the elbows, and exhale. See if you can draw that knee a little bit closer to the armpit, tuck the chin, long in the back of the neck. Extend that leg out, and then we swap sides to draw the left knee in. Interlace your fingers in the opposite direction, so pay attention to the details. Inhale and exhale, draw that knee in, and once again, mobilize through your ankle joint one way, maybe 3 times, and then rotate in the opposite direction. Lovely. So if you're hearing some cracks, I want you to think of one of my favorite quotes. The cracks are where the light comes in. And that's a really nice phrase to bear in mind as you draw yourselves into a bridge pose. So if you bring your soles of the feet in towards your buttocks, and you can just tickle the backs of your ankles with your palms down by your side here. Because what we're going to do here is we're really going to breathe and open up through the body, and this, imagine the cracking open, so your facial layer, which kind of binds all around your body, is going to be drawing open that sort of tight netting and releasing a lot of tension that may have been building without you realizing. So place the soles of the feet down, nicely, evenly weight through the base of the big toe, the base of the big little toe, and the heel. And then when you're ready, inhale and draw the hips up. Tuck your chin, and please, can you look upwards? Keep your neck protected. Exhale and drape the vertebrae down one by one. Nice control. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, draw the hips up, then hold it up here. 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. So you'll get a little extra lift if you think about drawing your thighs towards the front of the space. So they sort of activate your glutes, and your hips will lift a little bit higher. Imagine you've done another breath in that time. Your 3rd breath, inhale. And exhale. So at the base of that exhalation, I'd like you to release the hips down. Now really gradually you come up, prop yourselves up onto your elbows and walk the palms underneath the shoulders without thinking too much about it. Inhale and lift up the hips into a tabletop, and exhale, hold it there, push the earth away with your arms. Inhale, draw up strength from the earth. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, feel the stability, but also the sense of rigidity. As you exhale, let your hips draw down towards the earth, and then start to inhale and exhale, and find some undulation in this position. So perhaps your hips rise and lower with your breath. Perhaps there's a little swing to it as well. So you're sort of rippling through here. You might want to take your knees over to one side of the mat and the other. So you're meeting this with curiosity. Where can you open up? Where can you discover new sensations? And then come back to a nice stable neutral spine here. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, release the hips down to the ground. Now we're going to cross the legs over and reach the palms to the tops of the mat. And with your legs still crossed, push through your palms so that you come into a soft forward fold. Inhale, draw up, look up. And exhale, release the palms down to the side, uncross the legs. Inhale, we're going to draw some heat into the body. Look up, lift the arms up, exhale, fold forward, nice and soft in the knees. Inhale, palms to thighs, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Step back, lower the knees down. Lower the chest and the chin. Then let the whole body find the floor and inhale up into cobra. Push the toes into the mat, let the knees lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, draw the knees wide and send the hips back to the heels. Child's pose. Keep your gaze lifted. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Then we're going to draw the knees parallel, lift the hips up and come into our first downward facing dog. But we're just going to glance at that posture and then we'll start to walk the feet up towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to thighs. Exhale, soften the knees, let the chest rest on the thighs and maybe wrap your arms behind you, take opposite elbow and let your weight heavy down towards the earth. Shake out the neck, release any tension, expectation, any memories of things past that might be holding you. Inhale a nice fresh new breath into the lungs, the belly. And even exhale through the mouth with a sort of audible ah. Release it with a sigh. Twice more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Mine came out like a roar. What does that say? Inhale. And exhale. Release the arms. Inhale, draw up, look up. And exhale, swan dive, bend at the knees and come to a forward fold. Now you can maybe work to your legs a little straighter. Inhale, halfway lift, perhaps palms to shins this time or even the floor. Exhale, fold forwards. Where do you feel the new space? Where is cracking open so the light can shine through? Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower down, your choice. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. So where does this light come from? Inhale, 3. Is it from you or is it from outside of you? Exhale. Inhale, take your glance up towards the top of the mat and then step or hop so the soles of the feet meet the palms. Inhale, halfway lift and exhale, fold. Inhale, draw up, look up. Exhale, release. One more sun salutation. Inhale, draw the light in. Exhale, shine the light forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, keep the navel engaged if you want to hop, otherwise step to the back of the mat, come into plank, lower down, either inhale cobra or upward facing dog, exhale downward facing dog. This time I'd like you to inhale and draw the right leg up, lift it as high as you like, whatever feels good to your hips, beautiful. Take your gaze underneath the right armpit, inhale. Exhale, just 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale, bend at the knee and just start to draw some circles with the knee. See how big or small feels right for you. 3 circles in one direction. And then 3 circles in the opposite direction. Woo. Beautiful. Bring that foot down and then we'll transfer to the opposite side. Inhale, lift that leg up. 2 breaths here. Exhale, 1. Inhale, gaze under the left armpit. Exhale, 2. Try and keep your shoulders level with each other. And then bend at the knee and come into those rotations. Allow your side body to crack open, lengthen, rake the shell that we put on us, lovely, and then reverse. Oh, you'll be glad to know that you can then place the soles of the feet down and either hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, Tadasana. Beautiful. So hopefully you're feeling warm. You can take off a layer if you are, or if you enjoy that feeling and you want to keep it for longer. Apparently yogi sweat is sacred sweat. so you don't need to take a shower. Let's stand at the top of the mat in Tadasana. Now we're going to step the left leg back quite long and come into a high lunge. You want your toes, both sets of toes, to be facing forwards on your mat. We're going to take 3 breaths in high lunge. Inhale and lift up and look up. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. As you exhale, transition with ease into warrior 2. So you may need to line up your feet in a straight line. So the heel of the front foot is in line with the instep of the back foot. Blossom the arms open. Inhale, 1. 90-degree bend in the front knee, above the ankle. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. A bit antisocial that way. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Now we're going to cartwheel the hands down. So with ease, bring the back arm forwards. Place both palms either side of the front foot. Rotate the back foot to face the front. Step back. You can either lower down to your knees or lower down as a stick. Then you inhale either cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So that chaturanga movement, we're going to use that in between each side. But if you don't feel like repeating it each time, you can simply go into downward facing dog. I'll tell you when we get there next time. Inhale and step the left leg forward. Right toes also pointing forward, and inhale up into your high lunge on your opposite side. Exhale. Remember, 3 breaths here. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, maybe sink a little lower. Keep the inner thighs drawing together. Inhale, 3. Is that too many? Exhale. Come into your warrior 2. Again, 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. How does your posture feel, the same or different? Inhale, 3 on the different sides. Exhale, palms down through the step back into downward facing dog, or come through the chaturanga, lower down, inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step or jump to the front of the mat and come up slowly, gradually into Tadasana. We're going to build the sequence of postures one by one. So we will revisit those postures, but we're not going to spend so long in them each time. And I want you to think about this concept of, again, is anything ever the same? Is again really a good description of doing something for the second time? Let's see by stepping the left leg forward. This time, 1 breath in the high lunge. Simply inhale the arms up and then exhale, open out into warrior 2. 3 breaths here. Inhale, gaze over fingertips. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Outer edge of the back foot presses down into the mat to activate the back leg. Inhale, 3. Exhale. So now we're going to let this front arm, the right arm, come rest on the front thigh and inhale the left arm up and over. Take the gaze from the left armpit to the left fingertips. Inhale, lengthen through the left side of the body. Keep the crown in line with the hips. Exhale. 3 breaths here. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, palms either side of the front foot, either step straight back into downward facing dog or come through the vinyasa, the chaturanga vinyasa. Inhale, up dog, and then exhale, down dog. Before you inhale and then everybody step the left leg forward. So just 1 breath in this high lunge. Inhale, up. Exhale, open. 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. Warrior 2. Exhale, build your courage in this posture. Inhale, 3. Don't let your body or your mind lean forward. Exhale, plumb down the center line. Inhale, 3. Exhale, place your left palm on the left thigh, palm facing upwards, sorry, the left arm, palm facing upwards. Inhale, draw the right arm up and over your right ear. Gaze goes from right armpit to right fingertips. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Really reach with those right fingertips. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, place the palms down so you can go downward facing dog or step back into plank. Lower down, inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your gaze to the front, bend the knees, either step or hop to the front of the mat. And draw up into Tadasana. Are you ready? Step the left leg back. High lunge, 1 breath. Inhale, draw up. And then exhale, open out into your warrior 2. And then inhale, place your right forearm, palm up on the front leg. Hold it there. 3 breaths. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Draw your right palm either to your shin, ankle, or yogi toe grip as you come into triangle pose. Inhale, let the left palm span up to the ceiling. Hold yourselves upright or parallel to the earth with your right waist. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Nice straight front leg. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, palms either side of the front foot. Rotate the back foot so the toes are stepping, pointing forward. Step back. So you can either go into your downward dog or take a little chaturanga vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then we can all step left leg forward. Inhale, just 1 breath. Lift the arms up. Exhale, externally rotate the hips into warrior 2. And then inhale, bend at the elbow, place it on the front thigh. Reach with your arm. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, so feel the length from the outer edge of the back foot to the fingertips reaching above your ear. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Come down to find where you're best to get your support with your left arm. And inhale the right arm up to the sky, thumb in line with the nose. Hold your torso level with the mat by finding and activating your left waist. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, take your gaze down to the earth. Place the palms, rotate the back feet to face the front. Step back, either downward dog or come into chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Now, are you ready? Inhale, step to the front. Come back up to Tadasana. We're going to do 1 breath, 1 pose, which is a flowing definition. So we're going to think about transition with ease. And apparently that's a motto that's spread all over the capital at the moment. Can you guess why? Let's all do our best to transition with ease. It's all about how we move into the next posture, the next segment. Okay, so we're going to step the left leg back. high lunge. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle. And then exhale, straighten the leg and come down into triangle. Inhale, let's hold this for 3. Exhale, that was smooth. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. And exhale, take the palms down, step back. Once again, your choice. If you'd like to, you can pop your knees on the floor as well. But inhale, up dog, otherwise exhale, down dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Rise up into high lunge. Exhale, open out into warrior two. Inhale, lengthen through the right side as you draw the right arm over the right ear, left palm facing up, left forearm on the front leg, and then exhale, reach down towards your supporting triangle and hold it for 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Take your gaze down. Place your palms either side of the front foot. Rotate your back toes. Step back. Let's all let our knees drop down to the earth. The hips drop down to the heels. Extended child's pose. Inhale, 1. You can let your forehead rest on the mat. Exhale. So having a rest after you have kind of overcome challenges or followed sequences smoothly is really important. Allow yourselves to assimilate what you learn. Enjoy what feels good. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. And then exhale. So we're going to walk the palms towards us. I'd like you to find your way to standing. Think about transitioning with ease. Think about it as if you're floating up. Lovely. So trees are such a wonderful emblem of how to endure change. They stand there year after year for hundreds of years, no matter what's going on around them. Let's bring ourselves into a tree today. So keep your right leg nice and planted and draw your left knee up to the chest. And then rotate the hip so the knee comes out to the side. Place the sole of the foot on the inner thigh, or if you prefer, on the shin, or even with the tiptoe on the earth against the ankle, but can you please avoid the knee? Lovely. Wherever you are, see if you can let your arms come out to the side, active through to the fingertips. We're going to introduce a little bit of wind. So it's coming from your right hand side, and you're just going to let your branch, your right hand branch come up and over the head. So you need to find length in the bend. You can't see my arm. My arm's bending over my head. And my left hand, palm facing upwards on my thigh. I can feel both palms shining towards each other. So the tree is being blown from one side. And see how that feels, what it takes to go with the wind, to bow to the wind. So there's a sense in this situation that there's something bigger than us, and we have to go with that flow. Inhale and come upright. Let's just take the palms wide for the moment. Gorgeous. And then exhale. Gently allow, and perhaps encourage your knee back to the center and step the leg down. Ease through those legs. Inhale, draw the left knee up. Externally rotate at the hip. Allow the sole of the foot to meet in that standing leg, wherever is right for you. Allow the right arm to come palm up onto the thigh. And then inhale, feel yourselves be flexible. And I don't mean that in the sense of that you've made a letter C shape, but that you're following instructions that take you outside of what you expected. So in a way, you're bowing to something bigger than you. And for all of our egos, that's a spiritual practice. Inhale, feel long. Exhale, find your drishti, something to focus on. Doesn't matter what, the point is the focus. Inhale, exhale, inhale, one more breath here. And exhale, come upright. And let your palms come in front of you. Now I'd like you to see if you can lift, without using your hands, lift your ankle and place it across your left thigh. And then come and sit down. Can you enjoy that? So let your right knee draw down to the earth. You get a nice stretch through the outer hip. Inhale, draw the navel in. Lift the torso away from the thighs. And then exhale, see if you can bow down to the earth. With gratitude, with a sense of we are small cogs with a part in a big machine. That's not to say to do things unquestioningly and to relinquish your intelligence and your curiosity, but it's to feel that humility, that we are humble, and that we've got faith in that everything is going to be okay. Lovely. So you can unwrap that leg and place it down by the side of your right foot, and then inhale, drop into your regular chair. Knees together, sit down. Inhale, exhale. 3 breaths. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, lift up your right foot, cross it over, extend the arms out. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale, one more breath here. Inhale, 3. And then bow down. Exhale, let things wash over you. Release to the earth. You still have purpose even when you bow down to the things that are bigger than ourselves. We still have personalities, individuality, and independence. But we aren't causing resistance. We're not creating barriers for ourselves. So I'd like you to, if you're not already, face the front of your mat in this bowing down, folded over shape. Bend through the knees, extend the arms, and see if you can just allow yourselves to let the hips come down to the ground. And take a little rock and roll along the back as we ease. So we're going to come into pigeon pose. Let the right foot stay at the front of the mat and extend the left leg behind you. If you feel your left hip is always pulling up, grab yourselves a cushion until you feel that your left hip is supported. So your right toe wants to draw down towards your right knee, or if you're quite familiar with this posture, you can start to walk your right shin parallel to the front of the mat. Place your arms out in front of you so that it gives you a lift in the front body. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, drop down. And let yourselves have a moment of rest. So we're going to spend 2 minutes here. Find a way to release and relax into this pigeon posture. Inhaling and exhaling at your ease. All you observe here or perceive, it exists only to be perceived. Just like food on a table is there for the guest, not for its own sake. Allow yourselves that purity, that your purpose here is simply to perceive not to judge, not to hold on to what's been before. There's no need for questions in this state, no misconceptions. There are no barriers to your freedom. Your consciousness is simply there to perceive. Okay, so we're going to walk up as we came in, bit by bit. Lift up the torso and roll over to the right hand side so you can release the left leg from behind you and simply swap the legs over. So you can now extend the right leg behind you, left leg is stacked at the top of the mat. Toes are pointing down towards the right leg. Take a moment to feel right in your hips here. If you have a little cushion that you need to prop underneath, then please do. Inhale, push the earth away with the fingertips. And exhale, walk yourselves forward into your pigeon posture. So use this to restore. 2 minutes here. When we surrender our analytical minds to this sole purpose of perception, it's as if there's a rainfall of clarity. That reality has been hidden behind all sorts of barriers. Doubt, disease, regressions. And it's not that we don't do anything with this clarity, but that we can act without selfishness, without error or harm, with our true intent. One more minute here. Okay, then you gradually walk your palms up towards your body. And I'd like you to take whichever version of Shavasana you feel like taking today, but initially my mind was to have a prone Shavasana. If you'd rather lie on your backs, if that's more comfortable, then please lie on your backs. If you want to put an extra layer on quickly, please do too. We've got just over 3 minutes in our relaxation. It should be 10 by the book, but I'd like you, if you can, to take a little longer. So you don't have to get up with me unless it's part of your schedule to do so. So on a prone Shavasana, you can make a little pillow with your forearms and support your forehead. And I'd like you just to feel, whether you're lying on your front or your back, this sense of surrender and what courage it takes to put our faith in something beyond our realm of command or influence. Let the earth hold you. Feel with certainty that you are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. If you're in prone Shavasana, you can enjoy your connection to the earth and the pressure against the belly and the chest. Something really grounding about this sort of contact with the earth, very reassuring. If your chest up to the sky, you could place your palms on the chest or on the belly to feel that reassurance, that comfort. So when you next find yourself thinking, oh no, not again, can you step back from the rabbit hole of past impressions and allow yourselves the freedom to go through something for a second time differently? Have a moment where you release your breath and your thoughts of anything. You may have a busy mind. You may be very still by the practice or just in general. Just perceive your mind. We'll need to bring a sense of awakening into the bodies to draw ourselves kindly from a restful Shavasana. So unless you're able to spend a bit longer here, if you are in prone Shavasana, a nice transition is to push up into child's pose. If you're on your back, so you can draw your knees into your chest, it's a similar nice compression. After a couple of moments there, gradually build up to a seated position. Make sure as you come up that your head is the last thing to stack upright. And then allow yourselves to feel the difference in you reflected in your surroundings. How much do we project around us? What do we cloud our clarity with, our perceptions with? How hopefully you feel a little bit freer, both in body and in mind, to embrace what is ahead of us. Keep well and namaste. Thank you.